It's funny how silent your world gets when there's no electronics. This is so entertaining. People think van life made me poorer, but the truth is, this life made me richer than I ever was in a house. Not in money, but in time, freedom, and the choice to finally live on my own terms. Good morning. Yesterday when I finished work, I was so completely tired and wrecked, but I really just wanted to get in the car and drive. So I drove for about an hour and a half, but I was heading, in my mind, I wanted to go in one direction, but I ended up driving in totally the opposite direction and just pulling up in a little 24-hour like pullover truck stop area on the side of the road. I just felt that the wind was just crazy and I just didn't want to be around it anymore. So anyway, I've woken up and I woke up very early this morning. I went to bed at about 7 p.m. because I just could not keep my eyes open anymore. And I woke up around 5 this morning and jumped out and just had a little bit of a walk around, and the sun has finally decided to come out. So I'm kind of wondering if I should just make breakfast because the wind has definitely dried off as well. And although it has said that there's a few showers today, I think I might make some breakfast and then pack up and maybe head to the original place that I was going to and have a bit of a wander around there, because I'm pretty sure there's a bush walking track there that I'd love to go and have a look at. So I think that's what we're going to do today. People always ask me, how has van life made you rich? And I smile. Because they're expecting a story about money, about some miracle way I figured out how to earn more while living in a van. But the truth is far simpler and far more valuable. Van life didn't make me rich in dollars. It made me rich in freedom, in time, in choice. And that kind of wealth is something most people never get to feel. Because society has convinced us that being rich means having more things. A bigger house, a new car, a prettier kitchen. A job that drains your soul but pays just enough to keep you on the hook. We're raised to believe money is the goal. But if money can't buy you a day off, if money can't buy you peace, if money can't buy you freedom to breathe, then what good is it? I used to spend most of my time working just to keep up. Work, sleep, pay bills, repeat. That was the successful life I was told to chase. Until one day I walked away from it all. And that's when I learned what real wealth feels like. Now I wake up with time on my side. Time that isn't owned by a boss or a mortgage or a pile of bills. Time that belongs to me. Van life gave me the freedom to choose when I work, to choose when I rest, to choose when I pack up and drive until the road feels right again. It gave me the freedom to travel when I want to travel, not when someone else approves my leave form. So we have just arrived at, it's called Millars Point Road, just in Boxwood Hill, and it's not very far from Bremer. Absolutely no service, so it's going to be a little bit of a great detox, and we're going to go for a little bit of a look around. It looks absolutely perfect. And being offline for a couple of days will probably do me the world of good because I feel just totally wrecked. I'm so physically exhausted. This would just be just nice just to go and sit in nature and just not do anything. Yeah, I think that's going to be good medicine for me today. Definitely. Let's go and have a look. I'm busting to have a look. I want to put my boots on, then we'll go and have a look. So I went and checked out a couple of the campground areas and none of them appear that are left to be flat. So I would have to say that the chocks are a necessity. I use them so often. Like if you're going to go camping, even in a four-wheel drive, if you've got a rooftop tent, anything, you have to make sure you have the levelers. Because it just makes you sleep so much more better knowing that you are in bed and you're level. There's nothing worse than sleeping and your head is like all the blood's rushing to your head. Trust me. that pathway got really overgrown. So I'm going to backtrack and go to the sign where there was an arrow leading to the lookout. I don't particularly want to get lost today. And I can feel that it's just starting to rain a little bit. So I don't want to be too long away from the van because I've left the sunroof open. Ay, ay, ay. Where was the sign? Where's the sign? Oh, there it is. Look out this way. Okay. Living in a van has shown me that you can earn less money and still live a richer life. Because the true currency isn't money, it's time. Time to sit by the ocean and listen to your own thoughts. Time to watch the sunrise without rushing anywhere. Time to explore, to wander, to just be. And freedom? Freedom is priceless. Freedom is waking up every day knowing you get to decide what your life looks like. Freedom is choosing your hours, your direction, your peace. Freedom is saying no to a life that never suited you, and yes to the one that finally feels like your own. Vanlife made me rich because it gave me my life back. Not the life I was told to live, but the one that feels right in my bones. I may not have the kind of wealth people can see, but I have the kind that you feel deep inside your chest. The kind that feels quietly, softly, consistently, every single day. We chase money thinking it will make us free, but freedom, real freedom, that's what makes you rich. And van life gave me all of it. And honestly, if this is what being rich feels like, then I'll stay in this little van forever. So if you're wondering how van life made me rich, it wasn't money. It was choosing myself, choosing freedom, choosing a life that feels real. And if that's what being rich means, then I've already made it. This is so entertaining. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. This is just so beautiful. This has been so nice, just waking up with this total silence and just the sound of the water and the birds. It's funny how silent your world gets when there's no electronics, no internet, just you and the nature. I think I'm going to start doing this a lot more often. Like last night I had dinner, I edited a little bit of a video and then went to bed at 7 o'clock. Woke up at 5 a.m. Like I was drawing last night, I got my drawing pad out. I've been practicing drawing pelicans. I don't know, I have a bit of a thing for pelicans. I think they're absolutely magnificent bird. And I just chilled. Like it's hard to get away from everything being electronic now. I think I'm going to make a very mindful effort to try and go to places and really just disconnect from everything, because it's just stopped my head from thinking so much. But this is absolutely perfect morning to wake up to. And the sky, the clouds are just clearing and it's just becoming blue. I'm going to walk around the other side and see if the pelicans are awake.